We'll show you what we've come to know on board while sailing wisdom.
They call me sassy when I'm strolling down the street. They call me classy when I'm serving just the best. I can be deadly when I find somebody lovely. And now I'm ready like a kitty in a dress. Don't call me mean, I just want someone to love me. Someone to lick my wounds and kiss my aching body. My desperation knows no termination, baby. Now would you love me if I was somebody else? Wish I had a tail.
Well, Smith Island has turned out to be a really, really cool stop. Because we came here on our own boat, we got the pleasure of milling around the town and walking around without any other tourists here, which is really nice. It's a quiet, quiet island, but the people here have a lot of passion for their island, and it's fun to talk to them and hear about what brought them here, or their origins here from the very beginning. So we've had a really nice experience here. We're just eating this lunch, and then we're going to cast off the lines to head to Solomon's Island. So the Chesapeake is infamous for squalls, and we've got our first Chesapeake squall coming at us right now. It's way over there. We see the lightning, we hear the thunder. It sounds really ominous, but it did just start to sprinkle a little bit. But we don't know if it's going to come directly over us. If it does, it usually lasts about 15 minutes. So we've prepared for it by dropping our light air sail Deale and raising Stan, our staysail, so that all we're gonna have to do is drop our mainsail when it comes over us, when and if. Well, rather than a squall, we just got a little bit of rain and the wind completely died. We have no wind whatsoever. So we're motoring really slowly, limping along. We did not have full batteries because we had to motor some yesterday as well. So we're looking at a really slow go here. It's a little frustrating.
So this is a huge difference from before. So when we were in the bay last time, we had our lead acid batteries, and actually we didn't even have a generator. We just had teeny tiny little solar panels on the back. And in conditions like this, we would have just sat and waited for hours or the entire night, and then at some point the wind would come and we'd start sailing, and it was much slower. Where now the wind dies, it's like, okay, we can go along at 2 to 3 knots and gradually make our way towards our next destination. Slow up again, back to 20 amps.
Just pray that the wind comes back.
Yep, if the wind comes, then we're good. So it's a matter of waiting for the wind.
This is very reminiscent of being out in the ocean, because it's been a really long time since we were still sailing while making dinner. So Herbie's out there on watch and I'm making dinner. I'm making avocado chicken. Here's the chicken, here's the avocado. You put the chicken in the avocado, you mix it around, and it's fabulous. Calm down, Morty, your dinner is next.
This feels a whole lot like being on the ocean. So Yeah, Maddie's cooking, Wendy's steering, we're sailing. The winds finally came back, but it was really nice because all day long there was no wind and we were motoring along at 2 to 3 knots, which sounds absolutely abysmal to people with a diesel, but we used to sit there all day long and not move at all. So for us, going 2 to 3 knots meant moving. So it's sad, but we're really excited about the ability to move. We're gonna be getting there super late. I hate coming into ports in the dark, but we've been there 5 years ago. I have a general idea of the layout, and we're just gonna see how it goes. If it's really calm and I can motor in there at a nice, very slow speed, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll anchor outside and then come in at dawn.
Your dinner? My dinner? Morty's dinner? And me. Alright, the generator had to be turned on after all. We just needed to be absolutely sure that we'd have the power we needed to get into an unknown, relatively marina at night. So we just didn't feel comfortable without having the little bit of excess power we could have with the generator. Now for dessert. You didn't think we'd go to Smith Island without getting a Smith Island cake, did you? Here we have the original flavor and coconut flavor, and we're very excited because Smith Island is best known for its cake, actually. All around Maryland, we know about the Smith Island cake. It's famous, and it actually became the official dessert of Maryland in 2008. Fun fact. Tell it at parties.
Okay, we made it in the Solomons. We're here, we're tied up. So a trick that we did, which made it less absolutely terrifying and totally horrible and stupid, is I follow the light streaks. So in this area, there's tons of shoreside lights, and those lights cast a radiating light beam directly towards you because you are the observer. So in a radial pattern from you to every single light source, you're going to see a straight line. If that straight line runs and there is nothing casting a shadow in it, it means that there is nothing between you and said light source. So you know that you are safe to proceed in that one direction because there's nothing in your way. Now, if you want to turn, you better find another light source and make sure you have a light streak that's clear before you turn towards that one, because otherwise you might run into a boat in the dark and not see them until you smash. So that was our trick, and Maddie was up on the bow, I was steering. We were keeping a really good lookout. We had the generator off that way we could hear absolutely everything, and we just motored in here very slowly at about 2 knots. That way, if we needed to, we could stop or turn, or just safe speed. That's what it was. And we made it all the way in. And then when we got here, there were some friends here waiting for us, and they lit up the pier. That way I could see with flashlights what we were looking at, because I didn't know, and it looked really small and tight from a distance and in the dark. But thankfully there was no wind, so we very calmly made it in here, and everything went very smoothly. So now we're plugged in, we're charging, and we're going to bed.
Well, we pulled into Solomon's last night at around 11 p.m. It was really dark. It's really windy and narrow to get up here, but we did it. And we're here in the beautiful Spring Cove Marina. We're only here for one day, so we're gonna go. We've got some amazing people here who were waiting for us, and they're gonna take us to a farmer's market, and we're just gonna spend the day relaxing and having a good time.
When we were in the Caribbean, I was very diligent about scrubbing the bottom of the dinghy because I was swimming every day. So every day I just swim under the dinghy and sponge it and get it nice and clean. I kept the barnacles off. In the ICW and the Chesapeake, I haven't gone swimming. So I've also kind of forgotten to clean the bottom, and now it's really, really bad. So I let the dinghy dry out on the deck. I got it flipped upside down, and I'm gonna take a scraper and I'm gonna knock them off, but really carefully, because think about it, scraper on an inflatable boat. Not a good combo. All right, the dentist has cleaned the tooth.
This is our friend Austin, and we were
Hello.
lucky enough to meet him here in Solomons because this is where he lives and works.
I'm a sailmaker here in Solomons, Maryland, and I work for Quantum. I've known Maddie and Herb for years. We've all met in Oriental when they first started their journey down the coast, and they brought me to their boat to take a look at their sails after the massive journey that they have put them through. Tanbark, with the dyeing process of the Dacron, it is not as strong as normal regular Dacron, because when you add the dye, it changes stuff chemically.
Okay.
And so, yeah, when you got them, you felt how hard they were.
They were super hard.
Super hard.
Yeah.
That's the resin.
Okay.
So when the resin leaves the fabric, that's
Yeah.
when they get softer. And this
Oh,
is,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
this is really
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, you've put a lot of hours into these sails.
Something I didn't know about how the dye actually shortens the life of the sail.
Yeah. And it's specific to the resin because the dye doesn't do anything for the plastic Dacron. The Dacron itself, it doesn't care.
Yeah, yeah.
But the resin that's woven in with it.
Okay, so it's affecting the resin.
Yes, and that's the hardness of the sail.
Yeah.
And
so which is why it becomes softer sooner
and even
than
yes,
other sails.
even when you get a piece of any black dyed, orange dyed, the orange dye is the worst.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, on storm sails, the resin will go.
Huh.
It's when you're working with them, if you fold and kind of crease it a little bit,
Yeah.
that material will feel much softer than normal Dacron.
Interesting.
And that's, all in the resin. Because
Okay.
you're not really damaging, not creasing, but kind of just, and that's all resin.
So feel Josh over there, because
Yeah,
Josh has
Josh.
had the least amount of
Yeah.
Josh has had the least amount. Stan has probably had the most.
Oh yeah, this one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But you can still tell that there is resin in these. So I mean, even when you're looking at these, feeling the back end of the sail where you have the most luffing, I mean, there is definitely luff damage that you can feel to the resin and stuff.
Yeah.
But these sails still have years in them. I mean, but again, they're so thick that... So this one in the very front.
Yeah, that's Josh.
Yes. So when you feel this versus your main, you can
Yeah.
definitely feel a difference.
Right? He's so much stiffer.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that's the resin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the resin in the sails. The resin holds the sail shape better than the Dacron does. So when they're both together, that's the sail shape. And as you blow the resin out of the sail, that's when your belly comes farther back and you lose power and you gain heel. And so, yeah, when we put new sails on boats, one of the things that we'll get from the customers is, oh my goodness, my boat, it doesn't heel as much anymore, but I'm getting an extra knot and a half of speed. Well, that's because the belly that is shifted farther back in the sails with them stretching out, it's a new sail. It's now farther forward, and the sail is form fit to perform as it should. And yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Crash course on sails.
Just like fire, no denying. I know we won't be late.
Solomon's Island is a really neat place. It's just nice. The food is really good. There's lots of biking. It's a good place to stop. We wish we could have spent more time here, but we are headed to Deale, and there's something very exciting that awaits us there. Our other boat is on the Hard in Herrington Harbor North, and we are going to pay Windpuff a little visit and give you guys an introduction to him. It's a boy. This one's a girl, Windpuff's a boy. It's fine, don't worry about it. And we're just so excited to show you Windpuff and talk about our future plans for him, because it's gonna be the future of our channel, and we're really, really excited about it.
So we're sailing from here to Deale, and it's 33, 34 miles, somewhere in that range. And if we're moving along nicely with the sails, we'll be like 5 to 6 hours. If we have to motor it, we're looking more like 11.
I like to say that I could stay all night and that I'll do anything for you.
We're going by Calvert Cliffs right now. That's a really fun stop. If we had more time and didn't have this little bit of a deadline, we would definitely be stopping there. On our way down the Chesapeake, we loved it there. There you can find shark tooths. You can find shark teeth and all kinds of fun stuff, and it's just a beautiful place to stop. So I highly recommend it to any Chesapeake sailors. Herbie just asked me to tell you guys what the deadline is. We are looking to get to Baltimore at a very specific time, and that is because we are meeting a bunch of friends and family at the docks, and we want to be able to tell them exactly when we're going to get there, which is a really hard thing to do when you're sailing. Normally we joke, you can tell us a time or a place, but not both. And this time we're trying to make it both. So that's a really... it puts a little bit of pressure on us that we're not used to, but it's okay. For us, it's worth it because we're really excited to come back into our home port to a little party. Motion in the reserved area drew my eye, and Kincaid appeared and beckoned us. The lean mercenary was dressed in grays and dull blues, very nondescript, and had his hair through the accordion curtains closed. You said this replacements. Why did you bring it to
Today was an absolutely beautiful day of sailing. It was just, we were on a broad reach to a dead run all day long. We had steady winds, and we just had the drifter up, and we're just booking it. It was just so peaceful and relaxing. And as we came in here, it started raining. So we dropped the drifter, a little squall hit. It was tiny. I mean, the winds were maybe 15 to 20, but that's too much for a drifter, so we had to drop that. And then now we're just motoring in with just the staysail, and we will be getting there in about 15 minutes. Hey, birds. Hi. All right, we're coming by that mark. We got 0.7 under us, so it's like about 8 inches. That's pretty shallow. All right, 0.8, that's good. That's an improvement.
Hello!
I think we made it past the shoal. Whew.
It's not a simulation. I'm still dreaming, falling deeper within. This love is an ocean wide.
This is Windpuff. Right now, we're headed to St. Michael's. I'm super excited. It's so exciting that we're passing Thomas Point Lighthouse. It's a really big landmark for us. Thanks for watching this episode of Sailing Wisdom. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next Rigging Doctor episode. And if you're interested in even more Rigging Doctor awesomeness, consider becoming a patron to see all of our extras. Can't wait to see you next time as you join us out here on the high seas.